Well, it's no surprise, right? This is where Breach first rose to prominence before teams started just carrying him through to every single map because he is so good at shutting down those rush pushes. In fact, Envy already have their Breach stationed on that A site in Heaven to make sure if it is a rush push coming out from T1 from a lobby, you can just flashpoint and immediately buy the time. Those rush pushes will falter and completely fizzle out if they run into that breach, especially with the Omen behind him to give an extra little bit of threat. But T1 don't care about A. They're going for the big piece. They're going to try and take a big old chunk out of that mid that Envy have virtually abandoned right now.
Yeah, you said it before, T1, if you give them mid, they will take it. However, it seems that they're going for a B push. And there is a 3 stack on B at the moment. In fact, Spike is all the way towards Garage. So you know that they're looking towards B. And they're going to need to be careful because running straight into a raise. Let's see who wins out these duels. Spike is down in Garage. That does not bode well for T1. And Envy is more than likely going to take this first round. Does make a little bit of noise over on the A site, but Envy are not falling for it. They are going to be pushing towards B to try and hold. And Mumi goes down to Dazed. That's finally a good pick on T1. Let's see if they can follow up with this. They are now going to be playing a little bit more carefully, a little bit more slowly. They know that they've got a little bit of an advantage here. Flashpoint comes out, doesn't manage to blind anyone. Caboose will win the 1v1 against AZK.
One enemy remaining.
Back and forth scrap here, last person standing, and unfortunately Spider just not able to get any results there. Mummy finally holding really, really close in mid, and that's because he's managed to pick up the judge. But the dark cover shuts him down a little bit in terms of sight. It's not going to be enough to stop him. He goes on an absolute rampage, gets 2 kills. Now 2 of his own managed to get taken down. Very unfortunate there, but they still have the numbers advantage here. They're aggressing in on Skadoodle. Skadoodle gets a fake, trying to get some information, and then Spider towards B, also looking for that information. But now Spider goes to pick up the spike. He gets the information. They're going to be going for a B push. No, they don't know that Mame has the op. They don't know that Mame is chilling right there. As soon as he walks into Mame's FOV, he's going to get annihilated. Assuming Mame hits his shot. We have seen...
This is like a train wreck. You can't just walk away.
30 seconds
the
left.
paranoia does come through. So he does want to move in, but Mummy is just holding this angle. They're hearing the communication.
There it is.
There it is.
Spike's down in Garage. I mean, what more do you say about that, right? For some reason, they had Spike pushing alone through B, and it's not the first time they've done this. It's the second time, in fact. Oh no. Oh no. Brax. Oh, now, they are wasting a lot of time. We've said this time and again from T1. They take a little bit too long to make a decision, but that early pickoff onto FNS could be exactly what they need. They've stopped that out, and that means that they have a massive numbers advantage. Showstopper will come out here. Oh, gets taken down by Crashies mid-showstopper, and that's the second time that that's happened on this map. Crashies and Food just being absolute staples for their team here. We're down to 30 seconds left. It looks like it's going to be the A hit. Finally, the Rolling Thunder will come out, but the counter Rolling Thunder comes out as well, and that's going to create a lot of dissension between these two teams. Nobody's taken a shot just yet. Flashpoint comes out. Paranoia moving across the map. It's a good trade, but it's heavily in favor of Envy. Oh my goodness, Mume. He just flanks over from the B side, pops the knife. We know this is a defender-heavy map. It's one of the reasons it's the least played map, potentially, in the world. But they need to get at least 2 points on the board to be in with a chance. 4 points on the board to be somewhat comfortable. And there's not a lot of time to make that happen. T1, and again, back to their same default, and it just doesn't work for them. They also have no ultimates to work with coming into this, and we do have the teleport coming out here as the Omen makes his way over to the A site. And Envy have this whole map on lock except for mid, and that's kind of what I like about their strategy. Yes, they give up mid, but they have the rest of the map on lock, and I just noticed, but Spider is alone towards B with the spike again. Thankfully, he opts not to push out on his own, but instead starts to make the rotation, but he's going to run straight into... Ooh, manages to teleport out of danger, but Food has got A site on lock. And that's it. That's Envy
Envy
winning out yet another defensive round. Mox. Oh, man, losing your Jet. I said it on the first map, and I'll say it again. That's your entry fragger, and it's super unfortunate to lose that out so early on. The Raze is still alive, so there's some potential there. But once again, you know, this is T1's typical playbook. This is it's telegraphed. That's the word I've been searching for. T1 right now is telegraphed. Envy know exactly what they're going to do at just about any given time. And the spike is still chilling in market. Nobody's done anything with it. They've started to push out, but... And Brax just dies to food.
T1, unfortunately, I gush about their mid-control, and they do indeed have mid-control, but it's the same attacks. So if Envy have been watching the VODs, if Envy have been following this team, when it's in, you know, a tournament like this, you do want to do your
30
homework.
seconds left.
You know what they're going to do, and that failure to adapt is absolutely brutal. So too was losing your Jet so early on, because now you just don't have the threat of Blade Storm, that you have to rely on Spider to use a lot of that utility. Just to make sure that they can safely get onto the point. They're going to run right into Mume.
10 seconds left.
Face looks right into the operator's shot.
One enemy remaining.
That
Can he get the
cover,
point?
it can
He has
both
enough
benefit
time.
your team and it can get you killed, fam. It doesn't differentiate.
Oh, that teleport, that was split seconds, but as soon as he peeks out just such low HP, FNS gets the wall bang, and he will get the defuse. But this was a fantastic round for T1 because they've managed to take the operators out of Envy's hands. That being said, I mean, we said it before, Envy are trust fund babies at this point. It doesn't matter. They're just gonna buy new operators. Dazed up in heaven, two guns trained on heaven. He wasn't gonna survive that one. Now Moxie, this is it. Match point. This is do or die for T1.
I'm watching the weapon that Brax comes out with. What's it going to be? There's no Marshall. And Sam, we said it, you needed to win pistols. It's match point, and you're on an absolute broken by. Only one of these 5 players is rocking heavy armor. And Envy, sensing blood in the water, they're coming in with Spectres. They're going to move in as aggressively as possible onto this A side, trying to shut down AZK, who does have the back point, who can buy his own safety with his utility. But now you don't have the chance for trade. T1 very quickly going to be rotating a lot of players, moving, swarming over that A site. But you have to be very careful of Envy, especially that 5 Omen, who will be lurking, who will be coming from mid, which again has been abandoned.
And this doesn't bode well here for T1 as that already comes up.
One enemy remaining.
Picks just coming through here for Envy. It's a 4v1 and the last person goes down on screen. And that's it. Envy with a 13-1 against T1.